Hello everybody! So you all know Angry Birds Toons. Ran for a total of 3 years, with 104 episodes and 3 seasons. Any Angry Birds fan growing up can remember this era as a staple of their childhood. And it definitely was for me. Though while Angry Birds Toons overall is a wonderful series and definitely one of the best shows Rovio's created, there's one episode of Season 2 that really grinds my gears. In fact, I believe this episode to be the worst one in the entire series. The episode in question is titled Eating Out, and when I tell you the reasons for me hating this episode, you might just agree with me. In this video, I will explain my reason why Eating Out is the worst Angry Birds Toons episode in existence. Let's begin. Just a quick disclaimer, I don't hate Angry Birds Toons. It's very much the opposite. I love the show, it's just this one episode I don't like. For those of you who haven't watched the episode in years, I'll give a short little summary of it, and I'll be using screenshots of the episode and not actual footage because I'm not trying to get another copyright claim from Rovio. Anyways, the episode begins with Red, Chuck, and Bob waiting at a table to eat dinner, but Matilda decides not to cook for them. Instead, she decides to go on a luxurious solo vacation, leaving the three birds to find food themselves. Now, there's something in this episode that really puzzles me, but we'll get to that later. The episode switches back and forth between Matilda having the time of her life and Red, Chuck, and Bomb fighting literally anything edible to freaking survive. I mean, Bomb literally licks a rock because there's no other option for food. Red discovers a carriage being pulled into Pig City by the pigs with a heck of a load of diabetes on board. The bird trio comes up with a plan to take the carriage of sweets by disguising themselves as guards. A short fight scene breaks out, and in this episode, we actually get to hear a Wilhelm scream. King, Pink, and Red rush for the large cake. In the end, Red retrieves only one cupcake.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
But it's enough for the three to share. The trio goes home, and here comes the worst part. Matilda returns from her vacation, snatches the cupcake from them, eats it, and gives one of the most crap-eating grins in the entire series.
You surprise me to how you are.
Okay. What the hell? So you're telling me that while Matilda was having the time of her life, these three poor little birds were left to suffer and find food on their own, but once they actually get the food, this chick comes in, snatches it, and eats it right in front of their very eyes? I'm sorry, but what? I really do not like the way Matilda is portrayed in this episode. It makes her look like a jerk. This episode makes you really want to hate her. And for the other birds, I just feel sorry for them. All what they wanted was food in their bellies. Was that too much to ask? Apparently it was for Rovio when they were making this episode. Now that I think about it, in Season 1, Episode 42, titled Hiccups, the episode opens with Red serving stew to the flock. So that means Red can cook, and he could have made something the entire time. You know what, on second thought, I don't feel so bad for Red. This episode is a perfect example of how not to produce one. I hate episodes like this where the main characters suffer for no reason, despite doing nothing wrong. Aside from all these negatives, is there anything positive for me to say about this episode? The only good thing I can say about Eating Out is we get to hear the Wilhelm scream, so glad about that. As for how I'll rate this episode, negative 3 out of 10. By far the worst one in this series. My rating is final, but this is my opinion. What do you guys think is the worst Angry Birds Toons episode? Let me know in the comments. I always read them. That's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. And turn on all notifications so you'll never miss a new video. Anyways guys, this is the Baldwin Birds 2, signing off till next video. See ya!